to you as we go through the day. It's very easy to get wrapped up in everything that's going on, and just tuning into our internal voice. And it's a question of really what makes us listen to our own internal voice. What makes us decide what it sounds like, and who's deciding what it says to us? Who is really in control of that voice? What is the voice you hear? And it's something I notice it can be full of doubt and fear, uncertainty. Will anybody listen to me? Why are you doing this? Why not just sit down quietly in a corner, drinking a cup of tea, instead of putting yourself out and talking to people? And I find I have a choice on what that voice says. So you all have a choice around what the voice says to us. So let's really be clear on what we want from our inner voice. Do we want the inner voice to keep us in a comfortable introvert cocoon where there's a nice barrier separating us from the world outside? It's very easy to sit there, lay back and enjoy the comfort. Is that comfort bringing you the happiness and joy you want? Is your inner voice giving you the support and encouragement you're looking for? Is it bringing you the happiness you want? What is it? What is happening to that voice as we go through the day? It's really a question of thinking about that. What is it saying? And very simple example is that recently went to the dentist and we told that actually my dentist is changing her working days, so she's no longer working the same day as the hygienist I see. I usually see them one after each other on a regular basis. And I've been seeing the same dentist and hygienist for the last 15 years, and they're people I'm comfortable with. And even though we only briefly meet every few months, I'm very comfortable with them. And my inner voice is going, oh, I don't really want to change. I don't really want to have to change one to keep my life simple. I'm faced with that choice, either seeing them on different days going forward or changing either the hygienist or the dentist. And I'm finding as an introvert, actually, someone who never has really enjoyed going to the dentist, that do I want to break that routine? Do I want to introduce someone else into a long established routine? And that is my inner voice going, oh, what's it going to be like? What's going to happen? Will I like them? Will I feel as relaxed with someone else as I do with the current hygienist or dentist? I was just really noticing my inner voice is creating doubt and confusion. And having been caught off guard, I've initially decided to do on different days and see how that works out. That is just noticing that is not the most rational, logical thing. It's much more effective use of my time to see them consecutively. It saves additional travelling time to and from the dentist. But my inner voice was saying, no, don't want change. And it's really getting behind that. It's really just thinking about what we need to do. So I will be making a choice to switch one of them, and I'm not sure which one I will do at the moment. That's the tough choice. What do you want from your inner voice? Do you want one that helps and encourages you? You'll be able to catch it like I just caught that inner voice going, I panic. No, that's okay. Let's just think it through. Which one do you want? What do you want your voice to be saying to you? You can do this. Let's find a way that works. Let's find a different approach. I don't. It doesn't need to make me feel anxious. And how will you know you are in control of your voice? What will be different? Your voice running away with itself? Does it just run and run and down the road, and you just get dragged behind it at the moment? It's just feeding you with fear and anxiety. What if you can find a different way? What if you could grab the reins and just halt that voice and go, where can I control this voice? Can I change? Can I control the volume of the voice? Can I turn it down and turn it up? Notice what the voice does to you. Imagine in your mind the voice is speaking to you. And can you change how it sounds? What sounds better? What sounds more supportive and encouraging? Doesn't necessarily need to change the words. Change the stress-inducing voice to one that's crazy and silly, high-pitched, make it fast, change it into a funny character. Just change the voice so when it's causing you stress, it makes you smile instead of being anxious. And the smile on and lose frown. How would that be different to you? How would that be different? How could your voice go, no, we're not doing that? What difference would that really make to you? It's really thinking about what is in control. What do you want to do? So how can you imagine your voice taking control? Just think about that voice in your head. And then take a step back. Where does that voice start? Notice where it starts. Notice what's controlling its tone, its pitch, its volume. Just notice where it's coming from, Notice the controls. Step back and notice who is controlling it. Who is feeding the words into that voice? Where are the words coming from? And just look around and see, where is the voice? Where are the words it's coming from? Is there another source of words which don't quite get out? Is there a locked door you can open? Is there a chasm you can you can cross to reopen, link to different words? What is it that you need to do to change those words and take control? It's like points on a railway. You can just pick them, change direction. Go with electric train sets and just being able to control the speed by turning a dial and flicking a switch to see the points change. Like traffic lights on the road, and change the colours. You make the words you don't want to hear stop and green, the ones you do. What colours in the voice work for you? What make the voice change into the supportive one? What is it that gives you control over what you want to do? And this is really something to think about. Ask yourself, reflecting on what we just been talking about, what I could do different if I chose my internal voice. What is there I can do to change my internal voice? Who is changing that? Who is choosing my internal message? Is there anything in my control? What is in my control? What will be different? Only I didn't say this to myself, I would. Can we change if only into when? When I change what I say to myself, this is how I'm going to change what I say to myself. This is where I'm going to change what I say to myself. It is something in your control. Sometimes when the voice is running out of control, it can feel like it's going too fast, too rapidly for us to change. Notice what you can do to slow it down. Notice where its energy comes from. Notice how you can reduce the energy. Notice how you can therefore choose your internal message. What is stopping you in choosing your message today? So we've raced through this talk. I noticed my own internal voice saying, nobody's going to want to listen to me. I noticed that at the beginning, that why would anyone listen to what I was going to say? Am I just wasting my time talking to thin air? What is the point? And learning that actually I don't need to listen to that voice. And actually the point may be I'm talking and learning from my own message myself. I learn as much from what I say to others as they do from me. And noticing that it is the small steps that make a difference. Does it matter how many people listen to this workshop today? Does it matter how many people listen next week? What matters to me is that I am doing it. I'm learning, I'm growing. I know each time I do this, I am making my negative voice much smaller, much quieter. The positive voice is saying, getting louder and bigger and bolder. And the battle between the two fronts are changing. I can let my negative voice just blow away on the wind. That is doing different every day. But one small step. Every day it's noticing what we gain and what we lose. And every day it's working about being different, increasing the number of gains each day, decreasing the number of losses each day. That is the difference. That is where we're going forward. And I hope you really learned something today. I hope you take some time to think. You can always come and chat to me. Send me a message. I am always happy to jump on the call and have a chat through. Today has been very high level. And if you want to go deeper into it and have one, please just send me a message. I look forward to seeing you next week. We're really talking about managing your own energy levels and noticing in the situations where it is drained rapidly, in the situations it's restored, and finding the right balance between discharge and recharge, and knowing how to manage those two to do the things you want to do. So, I hope to see you next week, and if ever, drop me a message when you want to know more. Bye.